Amazing.
Does it just do
it? I see the little button. It looks like we're recording. So this is Team Element, Team Happy Hour Call. It is Thursday, October 6th. And we have lots and lots of exciting opportunities that we want to talk about today. So that's why I wanted you to have notes, because we're all going to have to keep each of these different things straight in our heads. And also the work that we need to do and the mentality that we need to have and the fire that we need in our hearts to make all of these opportunities sing for us is the same. So that's kind of where we're at. Kimberly, do you have anything? We all know that Kimberly is not feeling well.
I don't think that I have anything in particular other than my Don't Wait post that I put up today on Facebook. So make sure that you check that in the team page. It's for those of you who are interested in building an income, building a team, building a business, helping one person. Just remember that we have our best tool is ourselves. And that if we want to help other people, we need to be first helping ourselves and sharing that and not waiting until the last minute, because when we wait until the last minute, it's about Success Club, not helping people. So start now, start yesterday, and believe in what you do and what we have here.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, that's honestly, you guys, last month I waited. I was sort of inviting, I wasn't really following up, and it was awful. The last 3 days of last month were terrible. They were really stressful for me, and that's not why I do this. I do this because it brings me joy and it lights up my life. So when I wait, I don't have fun. So I'm not letting that happen this month. I'm inviting now for November, right? I have my groups lined up. We all have our groups lined up. I know what I'm inviting to. I know what's coming up. So if someone says, I'll just send my general invite, which is like, hey, I'm doing an online fit nutrition group. Are you interested? And then if they say, yeah, I think so, then I talk to them about their goals and I figure out which group they belong in, right? Should they just be in my free meal prep group, or should they be in, looking at a challenge pack? Like, what is the actual best way for me to help this person? But if I was waiting till the end of the month to have these conversations, I would just be trying to shove a challenge pack down everyone's mouth, and I don't want to do that. Like, that's not why I coach. So start now, and that's one of the things we're going to talk about too, is how to do that with consistency. I don't know if any of you guys were tuned in to when I went live the other day, and I talked about like how to use your time, like when you're pooping. And that's like a very extreme example, but it's not that extreme. If you have your phone in your hand when you're pooping, and let's be real, we all do, right? Then you can be inviting, because that is a few minutes every single day, hopefully, or maybe every other day, or maybe a couple times a day, depends on who you are. But that is, let's call it 3 to 20 minutes that you have where you're sitting there playing Words with Friends, and instead you could have your Facebook Messenger open and you could be sending invitations. That is consistent time, right? So if you poop, then you do not have an excuse to not be building a business. If you want to be reaching people, if you want to be building a business, building an income, building a team, even just helping people with however, and if you have that time, then you can do it. Okay. So that's one of the things we're going to talk about. So I really would love for all of us to get back to thinking about the power of 3. The power of 3 is going to make everything we're about to talk about 100% accessible to every single person on this team. The power of 3, it's in the files tab. It's a document we use from Rock Solid, but the basic idea is every day you are starting a conversation with new people. You are inviting 3 people to a challenge group. You are following up with 3, and you're doing something else. Or you're adding 3 people to your friend list. Power of 3. If we do that 5 days a week, especially the following up, the fortunes and the follow-up, if you're doing that 5 times a week, you will reach every single one of these benchmarks that we're about to talk about. Totally possible. So the first one, the one that I'll just start with the one that I'm most excited about, which is the Diamond Retreat. That is this year, Kimberly and I went to Florida I don't know if you guys remember that. We drove. I flew to Kimberly's house, and then we drove to Destin, Florida. We were in a car for like 14 hours together, which was awesome.
14 hours one way.
One way. Yeah. And then 3 days later, we did it again, the opposite direction. And then we got a hotel room. Remember that, where at the last minute I was like, I need a hotel. I need to sleep before I get on this plane. Anyway, so we did that. And that retreat was hosted by Fit and Fierce, who is the team right above Rock Solid. And it was honestly a little strange, because the Rock Solid people there, we have a really strong relationship with each other. Like, we're really good friends with each other. We really like each other. We're a tribe. Like, we have that, right? And it was just like, there was sort of like a strange feeling. Like, the training we got was really good, but you could see how Rock Solid just really had our own identity. And so now for this year, Rachel and Courtney, the founders of Rock Solid, have decided to host their own diamond retreat separate from Fit and Fierce. This is going to be the first time they're doing it. It's going to be late first quarter, early second quarter of 2017. And I mean, we don't have any, we don't know where it is yet. We don't know the dates yet, but we do know the qualification for that. Okay, so the qualification for it is 1,000% accessible to every single person on this team if you start now and if you do the work now and don't wait, right? The qualification is 20 Success Club points between now and the end of December. So that's 10 people with the challenge pack between now and the end of December. And diamond, by you're being paid as a diamond for at least 1 week in December, which I think that makes the deadline like December 28th.
Yeah, I think Rachel put December 28th, because then you would get your first paycheck as a diamond qualified at the beginning of the year.
Yep, on the 29th. So if you have all of your coaches lined up in the correct configuration by the 28th at 9 p.m. Eastern time, or I don't know, whenever it is, call it 9 p.m. Pacific time. I don't know. But if you have that ready to go, then you're in for the retreat. And Rachel and Courtney are very, very good about pampering us. They love giving us gifts. They love making things really nice. So you know that this retreat is going to be really special.
They like to feed us.
They do like to feed us. That's true. And they're actually really conscious of what they're feeding us and what options to give us too, which I think is really sweet of them. So that's totally possible. I put up, I know it probably blew some people's minds. Anyone who's not like an emerald like I am, the chart that I put up earlier this week might have been hard. The basic gist is, if you start now and you sign 4 coaches this month, so that means you get SC8. 2 of the coaches you're signing, one is a spouse or family member, and another one is another family member or a close friend who will let you run their business for them. That's this month. Next month, you're going to add 3 coaches to your account, and you're going to bring one of those family member accounts to Diamond, or to Emerald, sorry, not to Diamond. So that's 5 coaches and SC6 in your business. And then in December, do that again. Add 3 more coaches and get your other family member to Emerald. You're Diamond by the end of December, and you have SC8 from October, SC6 from November, and SC6 from December, and you were qualified for the retreat. So yes, it's going to be a bigger put. It's going to be more effort than what a lot of us have done in the past, call it 6 to 8 months, but it will be worth it because there's that extra prize at the end of it, right? And it will feel really good, you guys. It'll feel so good to start 2017 as a diamond. It'll just feel real good. And at that point, your income is going to pay for some nice date nights or grocery bills or whatever you got. Yeah. Anything else about the retreat, Kimberly?
Sorry, I think you covered everything. One of you guys, an extra unspoken vital behavior is to get to events. You get to as many events as you can, including Super Saturdays, leadership retreats. Anytime you can see like Keisha or Robbie or anybody from corporate doing a live speaking event. It's so important, not only because it's personal development, But it's also bonding with other people who are like-minded with us, and basically showing yourself, your team, your spouse, your family, and corporate that you're serious about this. But leadership retreat so far has been even over Success Club cruise in the Caribbean. Like, leadership has been so special, and if you could get to anything ever of all of the events, I would say get to leadership and get to summit. So shoot for the moon here, you guys, because like Emily said, it is possible, and it overwhelms us too. But we have both committed to going Diamond again by the end of the year to do this with you guys. I'm going to bring Clark's business to Diamond, and I'm going to bring my second business center to Diamond. And Clark has 0 active coaches right now. So I'm all along the same exact lines as most of you. So I just wanted to let you know that.
Yeah. And I'm doing it too. I'm going to bring Tyler to Diamond in the next 2 weeks. It is going to happen. And then I'm going to work on my mom and get my mom to Diamond by December. So I'm laying that out. I'm telling you guys so you can help me stay accountable. So if you start seeing me like not around as much, just give me a little nudge, because we all need that sometimes. And I need that from you guys just as much as you need it from us sometimes. So Diamond Retreat, let's do it. It's going to be amazing. I'm excited. It will probably be near water because it's Rachel and Courtney, but I don't know what that means. So great. The next thing that is exciting, that if you're doing the activities that will get you to the Diamond Retreat, you will also be getting the activities that get you the Rocktober prizes. So the next thing is to talk about is Rocktober. In Rock Solid, the pinned post is the points list of how you can earn points for Rocktober. Kimberly won it last year. Kimberly, do you want to share what you got? It was really nice.
Yeah, it was awesome. I love competition, you guys. That's part of the Ruby in me. And so any of you who are like Sapphire Ruby, I know you like presents and competition. So it's perfect for us. But Emily, I'm going to have Emily break down everything the way that you earn everything. But I won a $50 gift card to Lululemon and a Lululemon vinyasa scarf. It's like a herringbone button down gorgeous scarf that's worth $80, and I would never have ever bought it for myself. But I felt like I was lavishly rewarded for my hard work, and I think that there's going to be more than one prize this time, from what Rachel explained. So it's not just going to be one person, and there are so many ways to earn points. It's not just Success Club, you guys. So in the team call post that I put up for today that says like Rocktober across it, in the post of that, in the body of it, I put the link to the Google sheet that you need to be filling out as you reach people, as you are helping people with a product or a challenge pack or a coach sign up. You get points for all of that stuff. So it's up to you. If you at the end of the month have 84 points and you didn't record them because you forgot to, then that's on you. Courtney and Rachel are going to babysit us, so take ownership of everything that you're doing, and it's editable. So you guys should be able to just click that link once every 2 days or every week and track your stuff.
And they do typically freeze. I think you may have just said that they freeze it every week. Yeah. So there are a bajillion ways to win. There's going to be a prize every single week for being the top points earner. There's going to be, at the end, if you hit SC and you're in the top 25 point earners, there will be a prize. And then there's something really special for the top point earner at the end of the month. So they're just like, Courtney and Rachel love to just like give us stuff and like really treat us. Rachel especially, she loves giving gifts. It will be nice stuff. And it's also just, the gifts are not the thing, but it's nice to be recognized for, like Kimberly said, to be recognized for your hard work. And it's some of us, that extra incentive is enough to like push for it, And what I love about Rocktober is that it's not just Success Club points. It is everything. Yes, it's all tied to a product. There's nothing, I don't think you get points for like starting doing a free membership for anybody. But it is everything in the catalog. It's derm exclusive. It's performance line products. It's the boosts. It's everything that we share with people that is going to help them to be authentically healthy. It's not apparel, because apparel does not make someone healthy and fit, right? but it is everything that might actually help someone to be more healthy and have more energy and live, get closer to living the life that they want to live. So those points are all listed in Rock Solid. You can take a look at it, but it's points for both sharing, products from our catalog, but also for every time you sign up a coach, whether they're signing up with the challenge pack or they're signing up with the $40. If you rank advance, or if one of your coaches rank advance, that's points. And for hitting Success Club, it's points. So there are a ton of ways to earn points here, and you can see how that's all laid out in the Rock Solid page. But it's a fun way to like track what you're doing. It's a fun way to. I know sometimes I forget to point people towards like the boosts and the Derm exclusive and some of the other stuff in our products or in our catalog that's actually really good stuff. So this is for me an incentive to help like share some of those things if I think they're going to help somebody. The digestive boost is super helpful. Yeah, Colette.
So, and I'm not doing this to try to game the points, but it's one of those, I don't want to count them if I shouldn't, and I don't want to not count them if it does count. But if there are products that we ourselves haven't tried that we either buy under our spouse account or buy for ourselves, like I've never tried the Derm exclusive line, but it's always been kind of interesting. And it's like, well, if I could work it in this month, maybe I would, or like hydrate. I feel like I'm going to need to see how my body reacts to that before quarter force comes, because I think that's going to kill me. So like if we're buying something like that or buying it through a spouse account or whatever, should we be tracking those points or not? Or is there a rule on that?
That's a good question. I don't think they count. And points that we earn in our spouse account do not count for ours in Rocktober. So for me, I'm going to be tracking both me and Tyler, but I can't win twice. I'm going to have to choose at the end of each week or at the end of the month, which one of us is the primary person, even though I'm building both of our accounts. So I don't think that personal purchases count towards that. That's actually a really good question for Rachel and Courtney, just to double check.
Okay.
But I doubt it. I think it's really about reaching other people and helping other people.
Right. Yeah.
Kimberly?
I also wanted to say, I know many of us, if not everybody on this call almost, have lost rank or dropped rank. And if you are regaining a rank that you have already had, that does not count as a rank advancement. So I am currently a diamond coach. It's impossible actually to be a star or a star diamond in a period. But if you are, if you've lost your emerald or you've lost your diamond and you get them back, it's only the first time that you hit a lifetime rank. So I just want to clarify that.
Yeah, good point. And I have been there. I have done some real good rank dropping in my business. Woo! But you live and you learn and move forward. So Rocktober is awesome. Let's do it. Let's like swarm the Rocktober spreadsheet with all Team Element coaches and Team Element points. That would be amazing. Then the last thing to talk about that I'm so excited about all of these things, you guys. The last thing is this new coach blast we're doing. So we love our team, right? Like I love our team. I love doing things with our team. I love meeting the new people who come into our team because we're cool people and we attract cool people. Or nerdy people, which is even better. So the more people we bring into our team, the better our businesses grow and the stronger our team becomes and the more fun we're going to have as coaches. So this month we're actually going to do 2 coach info sessions. The first one is going to be our standard 30-minute call, probably Kimberly and I leading as long as we're both available. Otherwise, we like to share it and ask other people to host with us. That's on the 13th at 5:30 my time, 8:30 Eastern time. Then the second one we're going to do is we're going to borrow a template from Rock Solid. And on the 14th at the same time at 5:30 PST/8:30 EST.
Is it the 14th?
That's a good. I'm going to talk about that, Colette. We'll talk about that.
Is it the 14th or the 24th? I had written down the
24th.
Okay.
It's a Monday night, which is weird, but it's going to be great because then those people, if they are ready on the 24th, they're lined up to get into our Getting Started Right call that Thursday. Right? And then they're also ready to have their first challenge pack and be in their challenge group by the beginning of November. which is perfect. So that's why we picked that date. And we're going to do it differently. We're going to open a group like we normally do, but we are going to, instead of like having videos that we pre-record and post, and instead of focusing on the information about how coaching works, we're going to go in and we're going to do every 10 minutes, a coach is going to go live in the group and they're going to tell their coaching story. They're going to say, you know, who am I? What does my life look like? Why did I get started with Beachbody? Why am I still coaching today? So we're really giving people an insight into the people and our team and the heart of what we do. Because if they have logistical questions, we can answer those questions, right? So every 10 minutes, we're going to be inviting 4 coaches from the team to talk for 5 or 6 minutes. And then either Kimberly and I will go in the in-between couple of minutes, and we're going to do a giveaway in between each talk, where we'll ask a question about what the person just talked about, right? So like if Colette was the presenter, then my giveaway question might be like, name what industry Colette works in. Or, does Colette have kids? Yes or no? Like simple questions, but really encouraging people to pay attention and to really be listening to these stories. And they give us
Colette remembers to talk about both of those things.
So, we'll practice. So it'll be simple, but there will be energy. It'll be fast moving. All the videos will still be there for the next forever. So if someone needs to go in the next day or later that week, they can still go in and access the videos. But the giveaways will be just for that night. So I'm really excited about that. I think that's going to be a really fun way to share who we are and what we do, especially for people who've been doing challenge groups and know us, but maybe don't know our team that well. And what I personally am going to do is, because I'm excited about building our team, the person who has the coach on Team Element, who has the most number of potential coaches who come to the October 13th call is going to get a Starbucks card. The person who has the highest number of potentials who come on the 24th is going to get a Starbucks card. And the person who has the highest combined total will get something special.
And Emily and I are not eligible for those prizes. No. This is for everybody else. And I wanted to say also for Rocktober, Courtney and Rachel aren't eligible either for those prizes. They do this for us. Another thing I wanted to say about inviting to that coach blast on the 24th is don't be ashamed to tell people that there's going to be giveaways and prizes. That's a great way to get people on a call and learn information that they may not have otherwise been interested in. And then they get on there and they're like, oh my gosh, I had no idea these people were so awesome. So
what kind of giveaways are we doing? Can I ask?
Yeah. So I just have sort of a stash of Starbucks cards. We could do a Fix8 cookbook. We could do a 3-pack of Shakeology. I've got a shaker cup. A sweaty band, things like that.
Cool.
And you will
probably
say
less than $10.
Giveaway number 2, Fix8. This is for a Fix8 cookbook. Sorry, coaches, this is just for our potentials. And then we'll ask the question, and they have to answer the question and tag the coach who invited them.
Okay.
So if you have anything that you want to donate to.
That's true.
I've got all sorts of random stuff, that I've collected randomly over the time. So let me know what you need, or I can go look and see what I have. But
what's on the 13th?
The regular straight up coach op call that we always do.
So we're doing that the 13th, and we're going to do it the week of the 24th as well?
We're not doing a coach op call that week. We'll be doing just the live blast on Monday.
Yeah.
And it's the getting started right call is the, all right. Okay. Got things.
Exactly. Awesome. So those are all amazing opportunities to build your team, build your business, to get extra stuff if you need extra stuff to help drive you, and there's no shame in that. So use this as an opportunity, use this month as an opportunity to work on consistency. We don't want anyone to be doing anything that's gonna make you feel terrible or salesy or that's gonna burn you out, but I'm like, seriously, use your pooping time, maybe not your stoplight time, but break time from work. There's all these little cracks, and if you feel like you're not moving forward, try just every time you're sitting there like playing a game or during
Commercials.
Yeah, send an invite. Every single time that you're not doing something else, just send an invite real quick. Okay.
And that'll time is good for follow-ups because you can use the messenger talk feature while you're sitting there though.
That's true. There you go.
Still safe.
Yep. And you guys, honestly, follow-ups are so important. So if you're not tracking your invites, track your invites. It's really, there's a lot of people who might be interested, but they forget to respond because they're thinking about it or whatever. And it's so important to go back with each of those people, 2 or 3 days later. And then again a week later, and then again the next month, and then again in 3 months. Colette.
Colette had a good question about Team Spirit Month, and we are undecided on that at this current time, unless I think Emily and we had like a mini catch-up call around 8 o'clock, and what I think that we're on board with is if we wanted to present that to you guys and see if we have 20 plus people who believe that they could be successful and help one person in the month of November, because we want to do this with a team that wants to do this.
Yeah. Because and granted, I don't know if everybody does, but I was just looking even at our Find Your Tribe group that we're doing these 2 weeks. We just need one more person beyond that. Like there are 19 of us in there. If all 19 in that group were like, we're on board, sign us up, then we need one more.
Yeah.
And so I like the idea of doing it as Team Element. I think it would be nice to sort of represent that and show us as our own sort of, we are part of this. I also understand it would be potentially easier if one of the bigger groups did it and we were part of that too. But for me, like when I saw what it was, I was like, what a great chance for us to actually go out and like, especially since I was reading the FAQ on it and there's like the social media thing. So being able to like get our team name out there, get, our hashtags out there with the other hashtags, that seemed really exciting to me.
I was just waving hi to your husband.
Yeah,
I agree. I think what we all need to kind of search our hearts. So I talked to Rachel and they're pretty sure that they're going to do Rock Solid. And they're not going to go up into any of the bigger teams. So that would be our other option. So those are kind of the two, Rock Solid or Team Element. And we just need to think about how we as a team and as a group of people respond to a little bit of pressure. Because if there's 20 of us, then we kind of all really need to step up and do something. If we're in a group of 50, it's a lot easier to disappear a little bit, which has pluses and minuses. Colette, you and I both have a tendency to turtle up when things get too stressful. So I'm like right now I'm open and my neck is sticking way as far out as it possibly can right now because I have a huge income goal that I'm really, it's not optional for me anymore. So I'm growing real big right now. Which is exciting and it feels good, but it's also scary. So all that is true. So that's kind of the question is like, do we as a team want to have that higher level of accountability that having the smaller group is, or do we want to be in a bigger group where Rachel and Courtney are amazing and they have awesome resources that they'll be able to share. But Kimberly and I are really amazing too. So that's that's a tough call. Maybe we should maybe poll the group and see what everyone in the team thinks. And
maybe from your guys' perspective, say what you think your expectations, like based on because like just because there are so many categories and so many individual things, like is it you only want to do it if we have 20 people that 100% will get SC5 or higher, or you only want to do it if we have 20 people who will use the hashtag once a day?
Yeah.
Those are categories of things you can do regardless of the other types of activities. And so it's just sort of like, what kind of a team do you want to lead? And that will co-lead or found or whatever. And then that may help people determine whether or not they want to be part of it.
I think the second one is closer to where we are, but I also think that we're at a point where we want to see our team being successful. And there are coaches who do not who do not want a business and they don't want to earn any income, and that's not an interest. And we, of course, are 1000% okay with that. But there are coaches who say, I want an income, and then don't do anything about it. And then I check in, like Kimberly and I both have this on our team. We check in again and they say, yeah, no, I really want it. I'm really in. And then they don't do anything about it. And so that's tiring, to be honest. Like, that's exhausting. It would be a lot easier for us if someone was just like, no, I'm not in it right now. And I would be like, great. That is so much better for me to actually know where you are, like, honestly. So I think where I want to be with the team spirit, and I mean, Kimberly, we haven't really talked too much about this, but where I would like to be is every single person on our team wants to change at least one life with a challenge pack. And they might do other things with fitness. They might do other things with club memberships, but I would like every single person on the team to commit to earning 2 Success Club points in the month. Because if we all commit to 2, it's a lot easier to get to 5. Because then you're starting and you just keep rolling. That's what I think. What do you think, Kimberly?
I agree with that. I want to see effort. I want to see, it's a team. We're working together. If we say teamwork makes the dream work, like, we all need to be working toward whatever dream it is that we're setting for ourselves. Now, I've never sorry, my throat hurts really bad. I've never strived to beat the Canadians at Team Cup month. Like, that's not what I want to do.
Can I just hop in really quick? I think that they created this different structure because the Canadians were just kicking our butts all the time.
Yeah, true.
I'm pretty sure they were like, we need to let other people win a little bit.
True. So what's important to me is that if we have 20 people, that all 20 people make a commitment to change one life. I don't want people to just say, okay, I want to get on a team and I want to use a hashtag and then I participated. Like, that's not what it's about. I don't think. As leaders on this team, that's not what we're looking for in Team Spirit Month. We're looking for team building, business growth, team growth.
You love this team and what we're doing enough to be confident sharing about it. Like, that's a big deal. And if we're putting any time and energy into creating a group and posting and cheering everyone on, then we want everyone else to really be committed to doing something too.
Does that help answer the question at all? Like, I don't know.
This is us processing as we talk too, because we haven't actually really talked about it.
Yeah. We're just both at a very serious point in our business where we're just offense, blinders on growth. And we want to continue to help those of you who want to do the same thing, do that same thing. And we also want to be respectful and understand those of you who that's not your goal. So for this particular thing, I think it would be a growth environment, a growth team, a growth experience as far as growing our team, growing our businesses, and developing ourselves as business women and men.
Whichever way we decide to go, whether it's Team Element or Rock Solid, do you see both groups, whichever one, putting together some sort of group and leading us and helping with the growth environment, whichever way we go?
Yes. Yeah. It will be much more effective and involved than any of my Cup team groups have ever been.
Okay. I think that was my question. Was it's going to be more than just a Cup team?
Yes, absolutely. I would really like to just say, and Emily and I talked about this earlier too, we are really pleased with the way the boot